being a father, I believe you should be inspired to do as best as you can for your family, to provide for them, despite any obstacles. Myself, trying to hustle and trying to make as much money as possible the next few years so I can be able to buy a house and maybe have that completely paid off by just really humping and working and building lots of fence and doing lots of manual labor jobs. So that's my goal. That's my hustle. Is just me selling fence jobs, my own labor, because that's the way I get paid the best for it, is to sell the job myself and then install it. And that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do to try to make some things happen. Promise my daughter a house. We're gonna make that happen one way or another. If this don't work, we will pivot and figure out something. It's gonna work. Don't matter. There's no half step, and you got to make it work. And if you run into any obstacles along the way, you adapt, you overcome, and you figure it out. So, uh, yeah, as a father, I'm just trying to get out there and talk to you guys. Son's supposed to be getting ready to go in the Marines. That is crazy. He's trying to decide between the Marines and the Army. He's quite certain on going into the military in the next month or so. So that'll be wild. But he's doing it for the same reason. He wants to be able to be a father that can provide for his family. Which sucks, in his situation, he'd have to be away for 6 years of his kid's life, but it does give him a solid starting foundation, and it gives him a path to further his education, further his career, and really be able to come out and get a good career or make a good career in the military. So, just being a father, you got to be, realize it's a thankless job a lot of times, but you got to realize the thanks comes in seeing happy kids, a happy wife, and I'm not saying happy wife, happy life, because I think, a good marriage, both people work to try to keep each other happy and work to stay together and work to make it work. Anything worthwhile takes work, effort. So I'm just sharing this because these are lessons I've learned the last decade, especially being married. And you got to realize where your wealth lies. Some people, there's people with millions and millions of dollars that would trade their place with a struggling father that has a family, loving kids, and a wife, and a heartbeat, I bet. There's many of them, I'm sure, out there, because you can go earn the money as a family man. It might be a struggle, might be a hassle, but there's some things money cannot buy, and remember that. Those are those things, and I don't think people put enough perspective on life now to realize, like, wealth is not the number in your bank account. Wealth is your health, your family, your loved ones, also your outlook on life. But them things I think of in wealth well before a bank account. I think most fathers, like if you're like me, wanting money is really more for the comfort to provide and, for your family, and to be able to give them the things they want, make them happy, keep them taken care of and provided for, and have a security net or whatever you want. That's my desires for money. I don't, if I could just have a house paid off that I never had to worry about paying for, that's all I'd want, in life, as far as to go out and work each day to earn money to feed my family. I think it's a given. A lot of guys, I think, like work. Now, that's if wages are fair, or it's, fair trade. I feel like a lot of people who are working for other people are not getting a fair trade for their time and labor and skill. But that's where men should step up and help others in their field. If they're not making as much, show them how they open their business, show them how they can earn more, things like that. I think people should be helping each other up a lot more than we are. that's really all I got, man. I wanted to kind of get something out there today. It's Father's Day, guys. Wealth is not just what's in your bank account. Again, go ask somebody who don't have their health. It's got plenty of money. They would trade that money in a heartbeat for their health, or their youth back, or their time with their kids back, or the family. Especially if they've never had the things. More and more people are not having kids and not realizing what they're missing out on and what a blessing life can be as a father. So, for all those fathers out there struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, look, man, you have a lot more wealth than you realize. Much love and respect, y'all.